Welcome back, everyone. I'm absolutely thrilled to have you here for another explainer. If you love getting straight to the heart of how things actually work, you're in the exact right place. Today, we're taking a really fascinating look at human connection. And frankly, we're going to do a little dismantling of the whole Hollywood myth of relationships. We'll be breaking down a brilliant piece of research titled The Foundations of Lasting Love, which identifies 5 incredibly clear signs that you're in a healthy, strong partnership.
So I want you to honestly think about this for a second. What's the very first thing that crosses your mind when you hear the words strong relationship? Is it, something picture perfect? Is it filled with those grand sweeping gestures you see on screen? Maybe a state of constant, uninterrupted happiness where nobody ever argues? We are just so conditioned to expect this cinematic perfection that we often end up measuring our own real-world connections against a literally impossible standard.
And this brilliantly illustrates the tension we constantly face. On one side, we've got the movies, right? All sunshine and roses. On the other side, we have reality. Now, while being happy is absolutely crucial, real relationships just aren't sunshine 24/7. Healthy partnerships don't always look like a rom-com. Instead, as the source points out, it's about seeing the signs that things are consistently moving in the right direction. It's about a grounded reality, not some glossy illusion.
Okay, let's dive into this and do a quick relationship audit today. We'll be looking at 5 key signs: establishing boundaries, the friendship bedrock, navigating hardships, inside jokes, and finally, independent universes. All right, sign number 1. Establishing boundaries, or prioritizing the partnership.
Couples who build truly strong relationships are incredibly good at maintaining healthy lines between their partnership and the rest of the world. The rule here is simple but really profound. Don't let outside voices dictate what happens. Now, our source makes it very clear this definitely doesn't mean cutting off your loved ones. You don't have to isolate yourselves to be a strong couple. What it actually means is that you prioritize each other when the chips are down. A perfect, totally relatable example the text gives is not running to your parents every single time there's a disagreement. Keeping those intimate moments and minor squabbles private is just a beautiful boundary. It protects the integrity of the partnership and makes the whole thing truly worthwhile.
Moving right along to our second sign, the friendship bedrock. Basically, being best friends before partners.
This explores the actual structural foundation of a relationship. It's the idea that healthy partners don't just love each other, they really, really like each other. I absolutely love this quote from the source material. Love fades, chemistry changes, but genuine friendship, that's the bedrock. It's incredibly poetic, but it's also highly practical. When that initial rush of infatuation naturally starts to settle down, couples who have built their relationship on the foundation of friendship are the ones who truly bloom. It's exactly like having your best friend around you all the time.
Now, what's really interesting about this slide is looking at what best friends actually share. We're talking weird dreams, embarrassing moments, and deepest fears. Why? Because true friends just don't judge. When you can share these vulnerable, silly, or straight-up terrifying things with a partner without any fear of judgment, it leads to a truly genuine connection. If you have a partner who you can share a genuine, unfiltered laugh with about an embarrassing moment, the text notes that you have found something remarkably rare.
Okay, sign number 3, navigating hardships and growing closer through conflict.
Notice we didn't say avoiding conflict, because every single relationship, without exception, faces it. The defining characteristic of a healthy relationship lies entirely in how you actually move through that friction. Unhealthy conflict? Well, that looks like shutting down, giving the silent treatment, or just mentally checking out when things get hard. The healthy alternative is actively communicating and supporting each other. The source emphasizes that in a strong relationship, challenges are actually a pivot point. Instead of driving a wedge between two people, navigating these tough times in a healthy, communicative way actively brings them closer together. You're tackling the problem as a team. That brings us to sign number 4, inside jokes and the power of gentle roasting.
This completely shifts our focus over to the playful side of a partnership. Healthy relationships leave plenty of space for a shared sense of humor that makes both people laugh, completely devoid of any malice. The key phrase to remember here is that life is a marathon. Humor is very often what makes that long journey lighter. We're definitely not talking about mean-spirited teasing or those passive-aggressive digs disguised as jokes. We're talking about genuine banter. It's the kind of playfulness that keeps the daily grind from feeling way too heavy, and it reminds both partners not to take themselves too seriously. Being able to lovingly make fun of each other, it's an absolutely crucial, buoyant force in a lasting connection.
Let's move to and see how this builds into our 5th sign,
independent universes and maintaining your own space.
According to the research, this might just be the most counterintuitive and frequently overlooked sign of a truly healthy relationship. Being complete means having hobbies, separate friendships, and a rich inner life entirely outside of your romantic partnership. It means having the necessary space to grow as an individual. In a strong relationship, partners just do not expect the other person to be their entire universe. They don't hit the panic button when the other person is busy or says they need a little space. They reframe independence not as a threat, but as a completely vital part of keeping the relationship fresh and dynamic.
And that brings us to the reality of lasting love, the final audit.
So, the crucial point is, when we look at the reality of lasting love, it isn't about grand cinematic gestures. It's about these 5 structural elements being firmly in place: setting boundaries, prioritizing friendship, communicating through conflict, sharing a laugh, and maintaining your individuality. These are the actual building blocks of a relationship that is genuinely meant to last, rather than one that just looks good for social media. I want to leave you with one final thought today, directly inspired by our source material. Are you searching for a missing piece, or are you already complete on your own? The healthiest relationships are formed by 2 people who are already whole, who consciously choose to share their complete lives with each other. It's a massive mindset shift. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep questioning, and I'll see you next time.